triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down, it's Carson.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Wilson now to throw on third down. Steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. First carry now for Jordan Howard. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 26-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run from the pistol with Howard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Boston Scott, his first carry. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the 39, Wentz. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A gain of 27 on the play.
On first down, Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 17 yards out, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Nelson Agholor, 79 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Carson. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
I don't care what the game plan was coming in. After these runs,
you're running it, right?
you make sure you keep circling on your play sheet, running plays that are working, and keep patting those big offensive linemen on the back. They're doing a great job.
Goes without saying the defense is going to have to adjust to it.
In a big way, and they've got to figure out, do they have to sell out to stop the run, or can they just do it better than what they've done so far?
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
What? 315. Man, I got you. 25.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. These two teams all tied after 1. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Wentz will try again on second down. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
This is caught by Jackson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Wentz again. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Running from the gun with Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. They'll run the screen with Carson. And just shutting him off there. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the feet, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They run with Howard. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmental.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Watch the twist.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Carson. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this one is right down the middle. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it. Pushing his way through. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A good pick up there, 26 yards.
Now
it's Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Duke Riley picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that.
And he's going to go down again. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Check it back, check it back.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Nelson Aguilar 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott good on the extra point. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They won more. Here comes an onside kick. And the lead now down to 20. Well, it looked like the Eagles got this back. Yes, Philadelphia football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made, this type of a risk taken, sometimes there's different influences going into the head coach's ear.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They go with Howard again. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Go. 180.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. That's caught by Jackson. 23 yards, the final tally. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson there to make the grab. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good with a PAT. And that cuts this lead down to 13. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 27 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even...
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, Wilson. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jackson. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 25 yards that time. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Under 10, 10. 46 down, man, 5-4. 61, match box.
On play action, it's Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles get a score closer. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wilson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Wilson. And he's got Lockett. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Check 50, check 50.
Wentz. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jaron Reed in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 3 yards out. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So now a 2-point conversion attempt coming for Wilson and the Seahawks. Here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And that will get out of bounds. So that's definitely going to put a major crimp in any comeback plans they may have had. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. 53 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to look deep and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Mills. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. Boy, people are really happy about those picks. Any fantasy team that has this defense.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
57's Mike. Mike. Push him back. Push him back. 57. Mike.
Back near the goal line. Here's Wentz. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. One final try now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly.
I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Get shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze. Freeze. Stop you in your tracks. There's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah, beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls
in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, passing your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game had veins, we'll insert
upheaval the ground.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rocket like rocket fuel.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ay, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah. When I've been up his hands. When up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Felt like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use it. Can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me. When I've been up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. I get it. Come on. I got cleats on my feet, jersey on my back, helmet on my head, ready to attack like that. Down in Mississippi and New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden lead. Your team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy, and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg, and I'm the only one. And when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard. My team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is. Now get it. Come on. Big Snoop Dogg. It's in the game.
Not a day in my life, long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life, as long as my dogs stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.